Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are doing great, and today in this video we are going to do the post-match analysis of Real Madrid versus Granada, and Real Madrid have given us a beautiful Christmas present, inflicting a 2-0 victory over Granada. We will have a closer look at the happenings of the game, so let's get started. First, let's have a quick glance at the lineup. We had Courtois, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal and Mendy in defense. In the midfield, as we had expected, we saw Cruz, Casemiro and Valverde, and in attack we had Benzema, Rodrygo and Vasquez. Before we dive into the analysis, let's quickly do the shoutouts. This time a number of you got the predictions right, but I only have space for the 3 of you. Hence, with the spirit of equality, I will try to give everyone a chance to feature in the video, and this time the 3 people who got it correct are Martin, Joel and Abinaya. Congratulations to the 3 of you for the correct predictions. Moving on, we again went with a strong side with minimum rotations, and we set up in the 4-3-3 formation. Going into this match, we were expecting it to be a tough game, a close encounter. Granada are a well-drilled side, and there was that feeling that they would make it tough for Real Madrid, and that is exactly what they did in the first half. It was a physical battle. There were individual battles taking place all over the pitch. There were a few expecting Granada to keep a low block and sit back at Real Madrid's home ground, but that was not the case. Real Madrid actually had a very poor start to the game. Very early in the game, we could have conceded a goal due to an individual error from Varane. Have a look at this picture. Varane takes the ball from Courtois with so much space and time, and I don't know what happened to him there, but he neither picked up Casemiro or Carvajal or Courtois with that pass. The Granada players put pressure on him, forcing him to make an error, and that could have been a very costly error. Subsequently, Soldado had put a pass for Puerta in front of goal, and Puerta from a very close range made a complete mess of that opportunity. It was a big let-off for Real Madrid, and Granada in their first half were very good with their pressing game. Not just Varane, Casemiro, Cruz, Valverde, they were also having trouble in keeping possession of the ball. They were not able to maintain the tempo of the game. There were a number of fouls which broke down the rhythm of the game time and again, and one battle which did catch my eye was the battle between Carvajal and Kennedy. Kennedy was causing some trouble on our right with his pace. He was also involved in that play where Courtois had come off his line to get the ball, but he wasn't able to grab the ball and ended up creating a small opportunity for Kennedy, whose shot he dealt with later. So overall, we didn't start the way that we would have liked. The game had the intensity, but it was lacking fluidity in the first half. I must say that we really missed the qualities that Modric brings to the table. Even when Real Madrid were attacking, I thought Granada did really well to get the defensive structure together. I will show you some pictures, and as you can see in this picture, they were solid and very organized at the back when they were getting pinned by Real Madrid. You can see in this picture here, Valverde loses the ball on this occasion, and Granada was set up in the 5-4-1 formation, making it difficult for Real Madrid to break down the defense. Another thing that Granada were doing very well was the defensive transitions. Now, talking a bit about defensive transitions require a very high level of focus. The players have to quickly change their focus from attacking to defending, get bodies back in their own half and quickly get back in their defensive positions. This is exactly what we saw from Granada when they used to lose the ball. They used to get quickly organized at the back, preventing Real Madrid from hitting on the counter. In the 5-4-1 setup, as you can see in this picture, the 5 used to get back as soon as possible, and the 4 in front of them used to act as an excellent supporting cast to cut out the danger. We saw this when Benzema was in Granada's penalty box in the 10th minute, and then again in the 16th minute. The box used to get crowded with those red shirts, and then Benzema was completely neutralized as he could not get his shot away and ended up losing possession of the ball. Granada had kept it very compact. There were a few good crosses from Vasquez on the right, and Rodrygo was also looking lively at times on the left, but unfortunately his time was cut short due to a hamstring injury. He was making a run on the left. He got rid of Fulquier, the Granada right back, but Rodrygo was running with such great pace, just a slight nudge got him off balance and he was seen clutching his hamstring. The moment he went down, he immediately asked to be taken off, and the fact that he was stretchered off does not look like a good sign. Usually players do recover from regular hamstring injuries within 2 or 3 weeks, but by the look of things at the moment, it's looking a bit more serious. Hopefully our apprehensions are proven wrong and the injury is not as serious as it looks. Obviously then we had the option to either bring in Vinicius, Hazard or Asensio, and Zidane there opted for Marco Asensio to come on and fill in for Rodrygo. In the first half, I didn't didn't think he did much, but understandably it was a cold night and he didn't get time to warm up. In the second half, although Asensio truly showed what he is capable of, this was one of the best games of the season for Asensio, and I was very happy to see that he was acting as a threat to goal and getting more involved in the game, something that we haven't seen from him this season. In the 54 minutes that he was on the pitch, he made 50 touches, had 100% take on success, hit the post once, had 3 key passes, and obviously he provided that beautiful cross. In that sequence of play, Real Madrid was showing some great bit of football. Leading to the moment of the first goal, there was a phase in which Real were in complete control and they were creating a lot of panic in Granada's half. Asensio had that flick, and had that gone in, it would have been one of the goals of the season. For Casemiro's goal, Asensio had put in a great cross from the left into the centre. Casemiro was the one who rose the highest, and he just nailed the ball into the back of the net. It was a brilliant header, and just have a look at this picture. Look at how high Casemiro has risen. I won't be surprised to know if he has been taking a few tips from Cristiano regarding those towering headers. He has got a few headed goals this season, Casemiro, and this time again, his goal was important as it broke the deadlock. Towards the latter stages, Granada did try to get back in the game. They had upped their intensity and were looking to put in the crosses whenever possible. There was that handball appeal on Casemiro, which was a tight call, but in the replays you could see that the ball had hit the thigh first and then it went on to hit his arm, and rightly, a penalty was not given. Overall, if we have a look at the positives, we got a good result. It was a 6th consecutive victory. It wasn't the most entertaining and flamboyant game that we have seen, but we go level on points with Atletico and keep ourselves in the race. And now, if we have a look at the negatives, there were a few in this section as well. The biggest negative has to be the injury of Rodrygo. He was starting his 2nd consecutive game. Zidane was starting to show more trust in him. He was building some momentum and he was making his presence felt in the starting lineup. But now he will be out for some time, and in the next video I will be giving you more injury updates. The second negative was that Varane was again very shaky. He lost possession 9 times in the game. As much as I remember, I think in the first 20 minutes he had lost the ball 5 times. He was misplacing passes and he definitely needs to up his game. A centre-back of Real Madrid cannot afford to make so many mistakes. Hopefully in this break he will take some rest, re-energize himself, and will return back to his best in the upcoming fixtures. Lastly, this was another tight game for Real Madrid, and it was the 3rd consecutive time that we left it late and then we finally got the goal in injury time to bury the game. We should avoid in getting this trend of leaving things late. I would like it more if Real can take the sting out of the game early on in the second half. Certainly this will make the last few minutes less edgy and nervy. In the defense of the players, we can say that they have had a grueling fixture schedule and some of the players quite clearly need rest. So you can excuse them this time, but after the break into the new year, the players will have their batteries recharged and we should expect Real Madrid to be more dominant, especially with the prospect of having Hazard back in the lineup. Coming to the post-match press conference about the match, Zidane said, "We have had 6 hard-fought wins in a row and we are content with what we are doing. We'll have to keep working and fighting on the pitch like we have been doing. That's all I ask from the players, but for now we have a few days off to rest and see family." About the possibility of defeat in the future, he said, "We'll lose matches again, but we'll try to win them all. But it is inevitable that it'll happen sometime. I'm just happy for the players. They put up with some criticism." On Eden Hazard, he said, "I don't think it was right to bring on Hazard because it was a difficult match. We need to do such things at the right time. I didn't want to risk him again. Now we rest and little by little he'll return to the team." Last, Zidane was asked about the goal contribution from the midfielders, to which he replied, "They have it in them, they are chipping in. Everyone is getting into better positions, but I think the result is down to everyone. Not just the 3 midfielders. We know how much work they do. They are good players, but teamwork has been important for a long time. We'll carry on like this because it's a long season. Happy holidays to everyone and a Merry Christmas." And that concludes the post-match analysis. Now it's your time to let me know how you felt about the game. Which player impressed you the most? Was it Casemiro or was it Asensio? Write in the comments below. If you liked what you saw, do hit the like button and hit the bell notification for instant updates on video uploads. Lastly, I would like to wish all of you Merry Christmas. I extend my best wishes to your family and friends. May this festive season bring sustained happiness in your lives, and I wish God fills your life with prosperity. There will be a short period of inactivity on the channel due to Christmas. Just like the players, I'll also be taking some rest and will be spending some time with my family. But I will see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid. And as always, Hala Madrid.